today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the December 30th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we'll go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Les Show. Right now, we've got all the indices trading to the upside. Dow's up 156, the S&P 11, NASDAQ 22, Russell's up 23, semis 49. Spot volatility trading out at 22.97. Gold's up $11, just trading out into resistance. I believe that's at 1902. Silver's up 36 cents, has not taken out resistance. Light sweet crude is off a nickel. Natural gas pulling back 4 pennies as we speak right now. And the 30-year Treasury is up 3 tickeroonies, trading out at 172.24. Let's begin today's session by taking our first question that has come in. This one coming in from HD. And if we take a look at HD, he's got I've got some shares of STZ or long. Looks like it'd go higher. What are the stock charts saying? And Happy New Year to you as well, HD. So as we take a look at the daily, weekly, monthly time frame charts, we do see that price is above all of its profile levels, and that suggests making a run back for its prior high out here. That prior high is, the actual high is 236.62. The low of that month is 222.37. So that's what it looks to me like it is gunning for as well. But let's go see if there's any other patterns out here that HD needs to be aware of. So we'll begin by taking a look at the daily time frame chart. On the daily time frame chart, we can see, we see that this still has a wave number 7 top. In order for that, no, I take that back. Take that back. I don't have a topping pattern out here on the daily time frame for you, other than prices stretched. And if you see a bearish reversal candle, we don't have that today, but if you did see one, that would suggest a move back to the 205 to 210 level. Not in place, so that is not the message. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, we did take out the high from a couple of weeks ago, and that puts us in bar number 8 of a TD9 count. We know that TD9 counts can identify tops or bottom. The last time we saw a TD9 count that identified a bottom in STZ, which is Constellation Brands out there, was the trading day of November 22nd that identified a bottom, took price right up to its TD9 breakdown resistance in the 210.65 area. So this says that you've got breakdown resistance at 227.35. Price is moving towards that level, but you're going to have a top this week or next week out here, and that's what the weekly time frame chart is showing you. So it just says be cautious, use a stop out there. We didn't see anything on the daily time frame chart, at least not just yet. And we turn to the monthly out here. The monthly shows us price trading. It has resistance at the 228.91, and 228.91 is its TD9 breakdown level. So 228.91. and 227.35 is your resistance areas. No signal here to exit that trade, but you want to go ahead and make sure you've got your seatbelts fastened. At least that's what the pilot is suggesting to you. So that was for HD out there. Phone lines are open. Our YouTube channel is rolling out here, and Ian in the YouTube channel wants to take a look at UAVS. Let's go see what UAVS is. UAVS is AG Eagle Aerial Systems. UAVS, my apologies. Sorry, I'm putting that in on my other system and a little slow to the fire here today. So what do we know about AG Eagle Aerial Systems? Well, right now price is trading inside its daily profile. It's bearish in structure. Price yesterday got down towards its support level of 518. Looks like that's really where price is going to go target. Let's take a look at my other time frame charts, my other charts period, and this top with a TD9 count. So yesterday's move was exactly what any topping pattern, in this case here it was the TD9 count that identified the top, was first to push price back to support, which is held so far. And that support level, really two areas, the bottom of its daily profile as well as the oscillator and change line. So this is what we would call a neutral signal because we've got a valid top. And so your resistance is going to be what looks like that all-time high out here. I don't know if it's the all-time high, but it's up towards that 875-ish range. The exact number is 872. If price were to close below 518, you could see this pull all the way back to 261. So you've got a valid topping signal. You want to pay attention to that 518. You get to close below that. You don't really want to be inside this equity. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart out here, no topping pattern or signal just yet. That doesn't mean that price won't pull back to 409 based upon what we looked at on the daily time frame chart. And the monthly, there's just nothing here for us to work with. So watch this 518 area out there, Ian, and best of luck to you with AG Eagle. We had another question that came in, I believe, in the inside YouTube. Questions for feedback on price of Qs for R. And I'm not sure I understand that question. Maybe you guys in the production room, you could clarify that for me. Not sure where to go with that question. So let's go take a look at the general markets. Get a feel for what they're doing, what they're not doing out here. How do we want to best start that? Let's go take a look at the intraday time frame charts because things are kind of slow, and they'll be slow tomorrow too. And folks, this is my last show of the year out here. Won't be with you tomorrow, so I want to wish everybody a happy and safe and healthy new year out here. With regard to taking a look at a short-term time frame chart, at about 12:30 last evening, the ES Mini formed a TD9 count top. And ever since then, price has just been trading sideways. Really, it's been trading sideways within its opening range levels. Remember, Stevie keeps track of the opening range, first half hour of trading when the U.S. markets open, 6 to 6:30, when the Asian markets open, and when the European markets open. And those levels really help us to understand what's going on specifically during the day. Right now, we just got a good old-fashioned consolidation, and it's really between about 37.36 and 37.18. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 15 years. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 156, S&P 11. I believe I've got that question figured out here. I believe a R. Sodota or something like that. Soda. Yeah, no, I butchered the last name. My apology, R out there. But I believe has a question about the Qs, but I don't know what the question is. So let's just do this. Let's pull over Stevie's market analyzer out here. And this market analyzer is really our market outlook set of tools. And so if your question is about the QQQ series, that's going to be right down here in the index ETFs. I've gone ahead and kind of highlighted the row. Makes it harder for you to see now because it's in black. I'll highlight the row underneath it, the diamonds, and right above it is the QQQs. Now, what this shows you here, everybody out there, but this gives you what the current market conditions are based upon using Stevie's tools, using the TD9 count, using the Chapman wave, looking for that seventh wave move, looking for Rhodes momentum indicator signals, looking where price is trading with inside, above, below its TAS market profile. So looking at the oscillator and change line, it's taking all of that information, putting it in a bowl, and then taking a look at what that time frame is. And once it does that, it tells us, the system tells us what is the current market condition for that specific time frame. If there's going to be a turn in the market, you'll start to see those take place on the intraday time frame charts before it typically gets over to the daily time frame. So specifically, your question was with regard to the Qs. If we take a look at the daily outlook, the signal, based upon all those tools, is a strong bullish move. If we take a look at the weekly outlook, it's in a breakout bullish mode. If we take a look at the monthly, it's in a breakout bullish mode, meaning it's trading above all resistance areas. Now we get into our short-term time frame. We've got consolidating. It's a bullish consolidation, so very much similar. Got to love that language, but it's very similar to the ES mini chart that we looked at for a 30-minute time frame. We'll pull over the NQ, or we can pull that over. But for its 30-minute time frame, it's in a bullish mode, but it's just consolidating. 60 minutes in a strong bull mode, 120-minute in a breakout bull mode, 240-minute in a strong bull mode. So understanding those market conditions should help you. Of course, we can go further right. We can take a look at our daily level of support, or oscillator and change line. That's 312.77. Our daily TD9 support area is at 289.63. So we've got, as far as the wave count, on the daily basis, we're up in number 2, and the TD9 count, we're up in number 2. And there is a top confirmed in using the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal for its daily time frame. So I don't know what you were looking for, our soda out there, but that gives you an overview for all those different time frames to assist you, I suppose, in understanding what the cues are signaling to us. As I had mentioned, the cues on a 30-minute time frame chart are just simply consolidating sideways. Let's go look at our opening range chart out here. Let's get a better picture of what the NQ is doing. And as we take a look at it for its 30-minute time frame, what this is going to show us is, again, just a sideways consolidation, and it's in between its opening range areas. It's in between the Asian opening range, which is at 12,840. That was tested and rejected a couple of times this morning. And then you've got the European opening range for resistance. That's at the 12,895 level. There's no signal whatsoever that this is going to change today or tomorrow out here, just your good old-fashioned consolidation. And if we looked at the Dow, we looked at the Russell 2000, we'd see something similar, or maybe not. Let's go look at the Russell 2000, since that's the one with its found its sea legs out here. What did it do? Well, when this made a bottom, 30-minute time frame bottom, it was wave number 7. That is the red letter G out here on my screen. And when it made its top, and it did that this morning on the flurry to the upside, guess what? It was wave number 7. That is letter G on my screen. That was at 10:30 this morning. Makes a bottom the same way, makes a top the same way. So, you're seeing the different tools as we just simply pull over a chart. And then what we were looking at earlier, our market outlook tool, analyzer tool. And so all that does is just encapsulates all this information to assist us in understanding what an instrument is doing. So what's an instrument doing at this stage of the game after making that 7th wave move? Well, that 7th wave move took price right back to support. The oscillator unchanged line, as well as a brand new profile that formed, well, I can't say brand new, it formed about 2 hours ago. But 1973.30 is the key level of support. It's been tested and rejected. Resistance at 1987. So what does that mean? Well, in the case of the Russell 2000, if you see a close above 1987.40, price is going to run to 200.260. My goodness, Steve-O, how can you be so exact? Well, 200.260 is the breakdown level. I'm not really being exact. I'm just giving you the data. I'm just narrating for you the charts, where's resistance, and without the TD9 count pattern out there, you're just simply going to be using some type of subjective measure. Not that you can't, and not that I didn't always, but it is nice to have just a objective level of support and resistance. And support, by the way, inside the Russell 2000 equity future contract for its 30-minute time frame is at 1950.60 out there. Okay, so that is what's going on inside the equity markets, so to speak. I mean, we looked at the short-term time frames out here, very quiet. So I think there was a post in the den earlier from John, and John was talking about wheat. So let's go take a look at wheat to the extent that we can. I mean, I've got the March contract up here. Maybe to get the longer term view, I'm going to have to put a continuous contract. But John, we'll come back to wheat, but we do have call ahead seating, and that means if we've got a caller, we go right ahead to that caller, and that's going to be Mark in Fort Collins. Mark, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today? And Happy New Year to you.
How are you? Happy almost New Year.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hey, I've been playing the FXB and the FXE. One's the pound ETF, and one is the euro ETF. I was wondering if you have a chance to look at one or both of those for me.
Sure. Now, do you want to look at the currency pairs as well, or you're just interested in just the ETF?
Well, I mean, those are impacted by the currency, so we can look at whatever you think would be most useful. No, just tell me your preference. I mean, if you don't want to look at the currencies, we don't have to. We can let's try the ETFs just because they're pretty lightly traded as far as volume goes, but they do kind of track the currencies. So.
Perfect. Okay. So I just want to give you the information that you're looking. So for FXB, that is the British pound ETF out here, trading out at 131.52. And so let's put up, and it's trading above the top of its daily, top of its weekly, and top of its monthly. So from a profile standpoint, Mark, the suggestion is that it wants to move higher. Let's just go see if there's anything to be concerned about. And when I take a look at the daily time frame chart, the answer is no. Now, what I mean by no is I don't have any kind of topping pattern on FXB for the daily time frame. And with price trading above its bearish structured daily profile, suggests that it wants to move higher. Now, move higher to where? Got to go to the weekly time frame chart for me to try to come up with some type of gauge there. Our price has blown through some breakdown resistance levels. Those were 128.27 and 129.51 mark. And this is suggesting that this could run all the way up to 139.24. Now, it's a weekly time frame, so it could take quite a bit of time to get there. But price is above resistance, no topping pattern. At least this week, it appears it's going to negate 2 TD9 count patterns out here. So that's suggesting on a weekly basis momentum up into that 139.24 level. The monthly time frame chart, what signal here? We know that price is trading above the top of its profile out there, and this is suggesting making a run back to its prior highs, and those prior highs are in the 139.24 level. Mark, do me a favor, please. Hold on through this breakout here, and then we'll come back. I'll field whatever questions you've got about FXB, and then we can take a look at FXE as well. We're on the line with Mark in Fort Collins. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at a couple ETFs, FXB, which is an ETF for the pound out here from Mark and Fort Collins. And Mark, before I go right back to you, I just wanted to let you know that during the breakout there, so as we went through the FXB charts, everything looked very bullish, and specifically on the weekly time frame chart where it was showing a breakout above 2 TD9 counts. Now, what I have up on my screen right now is the weekly chart for the pound, and we don't have that exact same message. In order to get that message, you need to see the pound close above 1.36. Good Lord. I'll try one more time. 1.3625. You're 1.3611. I believe I have a 10-minute delay on that. But that's the number that I would be looking at to confirm the message that you and I were getting from FXB. But I want to come back to FXB and ask, what questions do you have, or any time frame that you want me to go back to, or any number specific, anything on FXB that I can assist you with further?
No, I've been looking at the weekly charts on it as well, and actually on the ETF, it appears to have broken a swing and with volume and doing an ABC up to about the 134 and change area. So yes, that's what I've been looking at. And then you had the 139 targets, depending on, I guess, if the pound actually gets to that 1.3625. So that's helpful.
Yeah, and everything looks bullish here. I mean, there's it's trading above all kinds of resistance, and really without any kind of topping pattern, other than the actual pound on a weekly basis that says it hasn't proven itself just yet. That's the only thing that I see there. Should we go over to the euro, or?
Yeah, can we try the FXE, and maybe you can check the actual euro as well? That'd be great.
Absolutely. So FXE out here, we'll go ahead and let this load up on my screen. And I'm not sure. So first, with regard to patterns out here, the only pattern that is in play on a daily basis right now is a potential Rhodes momentum indicator signal. You would need to see a bearish reversal candle to then confirm that pattern. And I would say you would also need to see a close below right now. The level is 115.17, which is the oscillator unchanged line. If you got that, that would be saying, okay, time for a retracement, time to test support. And support levels are 113.92, 114.23, 114.54. Anything below 113.92 says 111.34. We don't have that signal just yet. Is there a topping pattern that's been confirmed? The answer is no, but just says watch over the trading sessions the next couple of days out here. If you were to see a bearish reversal candle, that would be your signal of at least a pullback to support. That's the daily time frame. The weekly time frame out here shows a real nice bottom, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom back in March. And we can see that price is continuing to move higher with less relative energy, and you are in wave number 7. That is letter G out here. And as you know, as part of the Chapman wave, this can't be confirmed until we see a lower high. That could be tomorrow. Or if you get a higher high, it just extends itself. So wave number 7 is in place. It just hasn't been confirmed just yet. That should happen over the coming sessions. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. Not an issue unless you see a bearish reversal candle. And short of those things occurring out here, price says it's targeting the 119.15 level. That's its next TD9 breakdown area. On a larger term basis, a monthly time frame, we take a look at FXE running smack dab right into resistance, and resistance is 115.53. That's the TD9 breakdown. It is from the month of May of 2018. And so that's what you're looking. You'd love to see this close above 115.53, a close above a resistance level, just as it did back here. 109.21 was the first TD9 breakdown resistance area. That was from March of 2019. And once price closed above that, which was July 2020, it was suggesting that it wanted to go to the next resistance area. And that's what it's done this week, or it's been very close to doing that at 115.53. Likewise, a close over that, ordinarily, we would say, hey, price is going to target 135.17. We would still say that, but because we can also see the left-hand side of the chart in resistance in February of 2018, that becomes really the next target or resistance level, and that's at 120.57. But price must first clear 115.53 out there. What questions do you have about the FXE for any of these time frames, or all of them?
I think that helps me. That's kind of what I was looking at. So
okay.
I was thinking,
so let's go.
170 my target on the FXC, but that resistance level is helpful.
Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and pull over the euro, just see if there's anything out here that we've got to be concerned with. Now, this is the daily time frame, and on the daily time frame chart here for the euro, we don't have a topping pattern. So let's flip this over. Just take a look at the weekly, and on this chart here for the weekly, you'll see the oscillator and change line, but it's really at the daily time frame that you're looking at. Okay, so on a weekly basis for the euro, and Mark, you'll have to remind me. In the Great British Pound, well, there wasn't a topping signal. It was just dealing with the TD9 count level that I hadn't taken out. In the case of the euro, it's in wave number 7. That's letter G. And this is also going to be bar number 9 of a TD9 count. And this is the weekly time frame. That is suggesting that a top could form or has formed or will form this week or next week with regard to that pattern out there. So it just says no reason to take action, but you do have a topping signal on the weekly time frame here. Any questions about that?
Nope, that's helpful as well. Those numbers are good.
If price just doesn't worry about it, because the high can't come on the bar following bar number 9, and wave number 7 can extend itself. As far as where the next resistance level for the weekly time frame for the euro, it's at 1.2413.
Okay, great.
Okay,
that's perfect. Thank you,
Mark. You bet. Thanks so much for calling. That was Mark in Fort Collins. Happy New Year to you and your family. And we've got some questions, I think, that have come in through the YouTube channel. Let's see. Carmen and YouTube. What's a good entry point for ARKW? ARKW. So let's try to figure that out. ARKW. And we'll pull over my other white background charts. I'm just letting them, well, I'll go ahead and get that up here. ARKW. We'll at least see what the name of this instrument is. This is the ARK ETF. Next generation internet ETF out here. So here's what we know right now. Trading below the bottom of a daily profile, that suggests a change in trend. That change in trend could take price, well, all the way back to 122.17. That would be the top of the weekly profile. We're not making that call just yet until we go take a look at our other charts out here. We'll start from the monthly. The monthly for ARKW is going to be in bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So that suggests caution. That top could come this month or it could come next month with that pattern. The weekly time frame shows us potentially a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator top because we have a bearish engulfing candle. But what I want you to notice out here is that topping signal so far has only been a test of support. And that test of support is that oscillator and change line. Folks, years ago, before I had developed this tool and put this on the chart, the reason I did this is because without this tool, I never knew whether a retracement was just a retracement back to support or was something more. Is that something that you often think about? And if so, learn about the oscillator and change line. It is an extraordinary tool. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at ticker symbol ARKW. That's for Carmen Gia in the YouTube channel. I had an old girlfriend had a 1957 red convertible Carmen Gia. What a great car that was. Her dad loved cars. He bought her a 1957 convertible Thunderbird, so it was a blast driving those cars. It was not a blast driving those cars in the winter. In the wintertime, we used to have to put lights and like a little heater in the engine, even when it was in the garage, just to maybe have some luck to get it started. So not a great winter car, but certainly great fun rides in the summer. With regard to, Carmen, with regard to your question, where is the best entry point right now? If price closes below 149.44, the bottom of that daily profile, you can see this has a TD9 count top for that time frame. Two closes below a level of support suggests to you and I that there's a change in trend. That change in trend should take price back to its breakout level. That's at 136.12. If 136.12 doesn't hold, 131.04 would be the next level. Those would be the areas that I would be watching for ARKW. It was QS, not the Qs, that one of our YouTubers was looking at, and I believe is in a trade and is just looking for some information with regard to, hey, what is this doing? So QS, as we speak right now, I'm looking at the daily time frame and dipping below 99. It is right now trading below its oscillator and change line. If it closes below, this is the daily time frame. If it closes below 102, let's call it 103 out there. If it closes below 103, odds favor that this is going to pull back to test the its profile level at 80.07. Could get to 65.02, but 80.07 would be the number that you would be looking at out there. And there's just not enough data for a weekly chart or anything along those lines out here. This is a equity that from November till a couple of days ago has gone from like 10 to 130. So a pullback out here back to 80.07 or 65.02 would just simply be normal. So that's what the QS is doing. We've got a caller on the line. It is Brent in Martinez, California. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you? And Happy New Year to you.
Oh, I'm doing great, Steve. Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you very much. You want to take a look at...
I was just going to mention real quick, you're talking about Carmen Gias. My dad actually had a real nice Carmen Gia.
Cool. Did he have a convertible or
the one car that he most wish he had kept? He had one of the first Porsche Speedster to come over to this country. So I think it was a 54 convertible. Cool. And there were so few of them back then, they would always honk at each other anytime you'd see another person with one and wave at each other.
Absolutely, absolutely.
One car, no, he kind of wish he had kept. Anyways.
No. So there hasn't been much on TV, so to speak, out here. I'm a big sports fanatic, and the sports is even during the bowl season right now, it's kind of been touch or go because of all the cancellations. So a couple of nights ago, Brent, I was just flipping through the channels, wanting to watch something, and I came across the Meacham Auto Auction channel. And your dad would have loved it because they had all kinds of 1950 cars out there. And I know that their big one in 2021 is going to be up north in Kissimmee, Florida. That's where they go through all these roadsters, hot rods, come onto the market. It's so fun to look and to look at those old cars out there. In fact, they had some. They were, I think it might have been 59 Cadillacs. You've got to like the style, and you have to put yourself back in the style with all the big, fins on the back, but just beautiful looking cars out there. In any event,
they're awesome cars. I know they give you the undercarriage view, the whole deal, when they're showing them. So.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So I'd love to go to one of those auto auctions with an unlimited budget.
Yeah, that would be nice. My question for you, Steve, was just. I asked, or at least when I called in, I just mentioned the Dow, but it's really more just all the indices as a whole. Yes. I know that there was a point, of course, earlier in the year that there was the potential that we might have some kind of a bearish reversal candle for the year.
Yes.
That seems to have been negated, and so I just wanted to get your thoughts going forward into this as we're heading into the new year. How that's potentially changed your opinion, or just what your thoughts are going into this new year?
Sure. So I think there's first let's go to the yearly chart and what Brent had mentioned out here. And what we were concerned about, what I was concerned about most certainly, was that this year would be a key reversal session. A key reversal, folks, requires three elements. The first element is it must be in a stretch condition. Well, the market is in a stretch condition. There's no doubt about that. We're at all-time highs, so we're not going to argue about that. Second, the prior candle's high and low needs to be exceeded to the upside and to the downside. Well, we've had that plus. And then the third element is price must close one tick, one pip, 1 penny in the opposite direction of the trend. That has not happened. Okay, so yes, Brent, we don't have a key reversal session. The last time we had one was, I think, 1973 out there, and that led to about a two-year retracement pullback correction. What we do have is we've got bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So the potential for a top still exists and says we need to be still cautious. So that's coming from the yearly time frame chart. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart right now, and I'm going to put the indicators on here momentarily, we're going to see that this week for the Dow is going to be week number 8 of a TD9 count. And as you and I know, bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9 can be the high. So in order for this pattern to be confirmed, that would take place next week. The typical turn inside the Dow takes place around January 5th, January 6th. Let's not worry about the date specific, but basically we're in this cone, we're in this time frame where so next week we could see a TD9 count top on a weekly basis. That may just result in a pullback to test its oscillator and change line at 29,877. Same rules would apply if we do get that top and price closes below that. That tells us about something else or a further retracement that's going on. So that's I don't believe inside the Dow specifically on the daily time frame we have a topping signal. Now that's different than taking a look at the Dow equity future contract out here. I believe that has still a Rhodes momentum indicator top. And so give me just a moment. So that still has a Rhodes momentum indicator top out here, and that remains in place unless we see a close above 33.33. We're at 34.52 right now. So with regard to the Dow, let's try to answer this question. Was your question because we don't have a key reversal session, Does that mean we don't have any kind of a top whatsoever, or let's discuss.
I just wonder if that had changed your thoughts at all about. I mean, now I assume you're not anticipating, the potential for like a 2-year downturn, and I assume there could still be a pullback, but maybe not to the extent that you were thinking if we had that, bearish reversal candle.
Yeah. So I'm not in that camp just yet.
Okay. Well, yes. That's good to know. Well, I guess we can talk about it more after this break.
Yeah. So I'm not in that camp just yet, and let's do that. We'll be back in just about 3 minutes, folks. So stay tuned, and Brett and I will close out the show. We'll be right back, folks.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar's worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need a stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Brent in Martinez, California. We're discussing the market in general, so good thing to do trying to prepare for next year. So, Brent, if we were to look at weekly time frame charts for all U.S. indices, every single one of them, and we were to take a look at the major international markets, you and I would find that each of them have confirmed or maybe confirming topping patterns this week. Every single one of them. Every gosh darn one of them. So when I put that together, with the yearly TD9 count pattern inside of the Dow, I can't take off the table that this could be some significant pullback out here. And we're just going to have to play it one step at a time. But so like I take a look at the weekly time frame is more of an intermediate term time frame, the daily more of a swing type trade. So the signals like that coming from the intermediate time frame just say we've got to be cautious out here and watch how January plays out. What I do know is if we make it through January and we're trading above the high of 2020, that bodes well for the market to moving higher into at least the May, July time frame. So we've just got to take this one step at a time. Lots of signals out there. It's uniform across the globe. So I think if we get a pullback here, it's a pullback across the globe. And as far as places to hide, if we do get that, folks, my suggestion is don't hide in any kind of debt structure out there. You've got to be careful of the debt. There is a lot of stuff going on overseas that will impact us. And Brent, what we don't know is, if we see some sovereign defaults out there, the initial thought would be you'd see a rush into U.S. treasuries and so forth. But if you start to see defaults in sovereign debt, I would think you don't want to own any debt whatsoever. So I know we didn't get a chance to chat. My apology for that. I hogged the 2 minutes. But
no,
Brent,
that's great, Steve. I so much appreciate all your help throughout this year. Just have a great new year to you and your family. Take care.
Thanks, you too. And folks, have a happy new year. We'll see you next Monday.